Full confession, full disclosure, I've never been much of a soccer guy. But I thought, we all heard that the World Cup was coming to the States. Cool, that's awesome. That's awesome. That'll be cool. It'd be great for the economy. It's a big win for America, all this stuff. I never, ever expected this to be so awesome as it's been because it has been incredible. But I tell you what, you know who else didn't expect it? The European soccer fans did not expect to love America as much as they are. Because what have they been told? America, it's full of crime. It's terrible. Because their media is the same as our media, and that's really the problem. But, man, has this been cool. So let's take a little look at some of the European fans and their experience in the States so far and see who we like the best. Because it's been, I tell you what, it's been heartwarming for the soul to see their reaction to this thing. Not only their behavior and how they've acted and how they've been, but also, I got to tell you, as a proud American, as we've accepted them as well. Because it's been just amazing. We'll go through it. I think it's the best part. Now, of course, I'm rooting for the U.S. in the actual games, but this whole event, boy, it's turned me around. I think it's fantastic. Thanks for finding me. I appreciate you. Wicked Radio live stream and pod replay on X and YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. If Facebook is not acting up, which it is these days, but that's okay. We'll get to it. And audio podcast listeners, wherever you like to find it, I appreciate you so much. Let's get to it now. Let's start with, the English fans' first round games were in Tampa, right in Florida. So let's go across the state where I am and see how they're behaving. Of course, before the games happen, before they get to Raymond James Stadium, they hit the bars. How are the English acting? Solid, impressive. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Gotta like that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Like it. All right. Not only that, but you got some English bloggers that this particular couple, they go on and they travel throughout the world, I guess, and they do this thing. I think they're a couple. And, of course, because the English fans have ventured into Florida and then the Deep South and all that good stuff, they have to try everything they've ever heard about online, right? This is their reaction, these two, when they found, that's right, you know where I'm going, a Buc-ee's. Check this out.
Right behind me is the world's biggest gas station. Only America can make a gas station an attraction that everybody wants to come and see.
I'm not sure what we're going to expect in here, but let's go and see what we can find.
Guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's like its own universe, and we've already gone in on the food.
Oh, it looks so
I
good.
couldn't help myself. And the guys behind the counter, they do a sing-song.
They even have beef jerky here. How much do you think this is coming to?
$70 for that truck. Oh.
That truck's insane.
Is that mean something?
They love it. But not only the food and the enormity of it, even America, the first time you probably went to a Buc-ee's, and me too, I was like, this is incredible. This is America in action right here. But you know what else they couldn't see? A little bit deeper into the video, they were talking about the friendliness, and this is how it all started. So those two English bloggers are talking about the friendly Americans. That was interesting. And then they were talking about all the things that were available to them. They got into it a little bit with the beef jerky, but they said, this probably is the more food in all of the UK. Little exaggeration, but we'll see. So that's the first indication. The English have been awesome. Fantastic. Let's check in on, let's see. How about the Dutch? I think they're in Houston, maybe? I don't know, but they're pretty cool too. Very musical. I didn't know that the Dutch fans from the Netherlands were so musical. But, by the thousands, singing Sweet Caroline. Fantastic as well. That's been great. Good for them. I didn't really, big orange army, I guess that's their thing. No problems there. They've been fun. They've been awesome. How about Japan? Oh, this is interesting. I learned something interesting about the Japanese fans. Did not know this. I think their first, it's hard to keep track of all this stuff. I think their first game was in L.A., I think. I'm not too sure. But the Japanese fans also showed up en masse. A lot of them showing up, and they have a unique culture, I guess they do, with Japanese baseball, maybe their soccer games as well. They bring their own bags to the stadium. Why would that be? Because they help clean up the stadium afterwards. There's all kinds of videos you can check out on your timeline of Japanese fans after their first round game in the World Cup picking up trash in the stadium themselves. What? Compare that to Knicks fans outside of Penn Station, outside of Madison Square Garden the other night, flipping over school buses and destroying their city. Think it's a different. Think we could use more of the Japanese culture? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, here's one of them.
Where are you guys from? Where's everyone from?
Japan!
Hey, what do you think of America, of Texas?
Texas is good. Everything is big.
Texas is cool. Everything is big. Love them too. They've been fun to follow, so that's interesting. I love that culture. But nobody, and I mean nobody, at least as far as I'm concerned. Now, my timeline is all filled with so many different New England media sites and different things because that's where I'm from. I still have a lot of family there, obviously. I never, ever expected this to happen. The Tartan Army, Scotland, had their game at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. So the Tartan Army showed up by the tens of thousands of all. Not all of them had tickets. They just wanted to be there for the event. They were renting out Airbnbs throughout all of eastern Massachusetts, mostly the 128 corridor, some around the stadium if they were lucky enough. They were playing bagpipes at 6 o'clock in the morning. They were partying. It's fantastic. They're massive drinkers. I guess some of the there's apparently a Scottish bar, the Haven or something in Boston. Never been there. They went through something like 150 kegs in the first 2 days. Just been incredible. But this is what makes my soul heal and my heart soar. It's been reaction of Americans, particularly in New England and Massachusetts, welcoming them as well. It's like a perfect fit. It's been unbelievable. I mean, we should make like New England, Western Scotland. These people have been fantastic. Little piece of this. This is before the game. This is before their first round World Cup match. They just took over Government Center in downtown Boston. It's not organized. They didn't have a license. They just decided to show up in front of City Hall, and they started doing this. What? I think that's Scottish national anthem. I don't know. I'm American. I think it's the flower or rose of Scotland or something like this. But they're all singing and they're all awesome. And there's been no incidents. It's been fantastic. They're partying and having fun. And then they had their game. I guess they won Haiti or something, but whatever. And then they still wanted to party. So they all went from Boston Common and they marched to Fenway Park. They marched. Not all of them had tickets again, but they wanted to be there. These are possibly the most fun-loving people on the face of the planet. And then what was it like when they got to the game? For those who were inside the bleachers under the stands. I don't know whether it's like this in other host countries for the World Cup. I haven't followed it that much, never been to one, obviously, but this has taken me completely by surprise. But I will tell you, it's the Americans' acceptance of these fun-loving European fans as well that's made it so awesome, because it has been fantastic. Now look at the appreciation that you hear, and your timeline will be flooded too with people giving their reaction to America and how much they love it. And they'll talk about all the uniquely American things. Yeah, they'll look at like a Buc-ee's and it's amazing and it's a spectacle and all this other stuff. But overwhelmingly, what you're going to see with all these videos and these reaction videos from European fans as they meet and encounter other Americans is how much we're getting along. That's a little different than what we're told, right? That's a little different than what the media is telling us. It's certainly different than what their media over there is telling us. Now, here's an interview that even Jake Tapper on CNN had to do with a German fan talking about how great Americans have been. And he's talking about, they mentioned here a guy named Freddie. If you haven't followed Freddie online, here's a German soccer fan that's gone through the Deep South. I think Germany's game was in Auburn University. So that's the deep South. So he was experiencing all kinds of things, like Deep South barbecue, different things throughout, the South and checking it out. And he's loving it. He's mostly, texting all this stuff online, a text version and not video. But he's gained about a million followers saying how awesome it is. How does it pain Jake Tapper to have to interview this other German guy who's talking about how great America is? Here's what he asked him.
Freddie has also been going viral on X. He posted this photo of a custom Welcome Freddie banner with the German flag added to Louisiana's state welcome sign. What do you make of all the viral content coming out of this tournament and all the love for the European tourists from the American people as you show us our country with fresh eyes?
Yeah, I mean, I know Freddie. He's a nice guy. He's from like close to me, so I've been talking to him. He's loving it. He's more touring the South. I did Chicago, and I think it's more like because in Europe we have a lot of rather negative news about the Americans in the last 5 years, let's say that. And I think we are all enjoying like the fact that this country is so great to visit. The people are amazing, so welcoming. The culture is amazing. It's like Europeans are getting a new view of America right now, I think, through our content, and that's cool, I think.
That's it. He said it right there. And I'll give Jake Tapper credit for a great line he said there, because that's the good way to wrap it up. Is that like, you know, what's your reaction to seeing America through a new set of eyes? And then his guest there said, we get a lot of negative news about America. Now, why is that? Because it's the same media conglomerate that wants to divide and scare everybody else. All that kid has heard about America is crime and racism and divide and violence and all this other crap. They get here and you start to talk to real Americans, not the ones presented through the media. You start to get like that Freddie, the German guy, and you go into the Deep South and you meet real people, or like the Scottish fans and you go into New England and meet real people. Oh, we're much more alike than we even knew. Isn't that amazing? And that's the takeaway. We need more of that. But then the capper of the entire thing was, you may be asking the question like I did. Well, how's it going to work? These are rivalries, right? I mean, you got like England and Scotland, and I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of them in the country right now. There's got to be a few random fights happening there and there. England and Scotland is an ancient rivalry. So how's that going? How would they get along? How about Scotland and German fans interacting? How would that go? Well, they found each other, and they started singing together. Just one incident for sure, but how great is this? Scottish fans and German fans. Okay, you've got Scottish and English fans singing American Pie. I don't know how to I can't top that. That's fantastic. That's been for me the World Cup experience so far in this whole thing, and how amazing it is. And here's the takeaway. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had this kind of appreciation for this country all the time? Even I, you know that I'm a, flag-waving cornball. Even I take what we have for granted. They don't. They see it, like Jake Tapper said, with a fresh set of eyes, and they realize how many amazing things happen. Wouldn't it be great if we had more people like all of these fans, foreign fans we just talked about, appreciating and loving our country? Would it be great if we had more of them instead of the people who just bag on this country all the time, the America-hating losers? Wouldn't that be amazing to have that? Maybe we need to keep them here. I don't know, but it's been great. And let's hope this. If that's what the World Cup brings us in this tournament, if that's what it is, a new appreciation for our own country through their fresh set of eyes, this thing is already, a week in? A little over a week? A tremendous success. Now I understand why President Trump was so excited to have this thing. Besides the economic benefit, this has been great. And besides the fact that I'm rooting for all these other fans of other nations, go Team USA. Because apparently I watched that first game that we had, and apparently we have a shot in this thing. So that would be amazing to see too. So it's just about perspective. Use their fresh set of eyes and realize how great we have it in this country. I think we all need that a little bit. All right, actually hanging out with me. I got to get out of here. Tomorrow, who knows what's happening, but it'll be midweek. In the meantime, thanks for finding the Wicked Radio live stream and then replay on the pod on X and YouTube and on Facebook. Little trouble with Facebook these days. Thanks a lot, Zuckerberg. Anyway, the audio podcast as well, wherever you like to find those for downloading and sharing. I appreciate you as always. Make it a wicked awesome Tuesday. I'll talk to you tomorrow.